Outdoors is presented by Built Ford Tough, Goal Zero, Mercury, Lund Boats, St. Croix, Lowrance, Jerry Yamamoto Custom Baits, Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas, River to Sea, Tackle Warehouse, and Never Slip Bait Tape.
I'm Jarrett Edwards. Welcome to today's show. Today we're in Northern California, Clear Lake to be exact. It's summertime with the true offshore master, Cody Meyer. Cody, it's good seeing you again, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no doubt about it. For those folks at home that aren't aware of Cody's career, Cody's a young guy and been out there tearing it up on the FLW tour and is literally known as one of the best offshore masters in utilizing electronics. And today, tell us what can we expect here?
We're gonna be fishing deep, offshore, some rock, looking for those bigger fish, kind of in their summer pattern that are gonna be out, hard to catch and off some rocky points. And, it's gonna be tough to catch them in conditions like this, but I'll show you guys, a little bit about Clear Lake and see if we can catch some big ones.
It's supposed to be slick calm, over 100 degrees today. So worst case fishing scenario, bluebird skies. And then this afternoon, we're supposed to have some pretty heavy wind come in.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get them early and see where it goes. Guys, stick around. It's gonna be an outstanding show right here. Jarrett Edwards Outdoors, Clear Lake, Cody Meyer. Let's get them, man.
Let's get them.
Let's put on our vest and get out of here. Flat, calm, huh?
Oh, it's perfect.
There's a bite. Here we go. Look at that, buddy.
Nice.
It came right off that rock.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Look at that. Nice way to start off the
Yeah,
morning,
it is.
huh? Come here, buddy. Yeah, I was hung on a rock. Sure enough, just popped that up. Nice fish. Boy, that's
right.
so nice.
Look at that.
Typical rock pile fish, huh?
Nice, healthy Clear Lake bass.
No doubt about it. Look at that.
Nice, healthy guy. Look at the mouth on him.
Yeah, it's a smaller mouth, huh? For a
Yeah,
large mouth, huh?
definitely is.
Well, let's go ahead and put him back in and, talk to me here, Cody. They say that in the summertime, when you catch one, you generally will catch a bunch of fish that they school up. You think that's true in today's case?
Definitely. Anytime you're here on Clear Lake or really anywhere in the summer, fish are schooled up for a reason. There's bait, and once, most of the time, once you find one, you're gonna find a bunch of them. So, I really expect today to, now we're fishing this area to find a bunch of fish.
I would think that coming out early morning would be the best time.
Yeah.
Because naturally, we'd be throwing a buzz bait or reaction bait or something to try to get these fish. Is that the case in today's show? Can we catch them all day long? Or?
We will catch them all day, but just wait until the afternoon. Right now with all this shade out, these fish are really roaming around. They're feeding on bait, they're roaming around, but as the sun gets high, they're gonna position themselves under certain rocks and they're gonna be a lot easier to target.
So you're saying it's gonna get better as
It's gonna get better.
We'll see. I hope you're right. That's a nice fish. Good way to start. Thanks, man.
Yep.
There's a bite right there. Right off the rock. And then it come off. Well, there's a bite. There's a bite. There he is. How awesome was that? Well, I think me getting snagged on the rocks is the right pattern, huh?
Yeah, make sure you get snagged.
Man, that just shows you how many crawdads root up in this business, huh?
Oh man, come here, baby.
The same size as our first fish, huh?
Yeah.
It's all 2 3/4, almost 3 pound fish.
Yeah, just a nice fish.
No doubt about it. Look at that. Beautiful, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's go ahead and put him back in. That's interesting. You were telling me about the amount of crawdads in here. You're crazy enough that you go up and they've actually turned over rocks before to see what's living in up there.
I have.
So today's bait of choice, I'm throwing a hula grub, you're throwing another type creature bait.
Yeah.
But boy, I just got snagged for the second time in a row, pop it off of the rock, and sure enough,
yeah,
bam.
These fish are just, they're targeting right now on crawdads. So, when they see that jig coming over the rock, they're paying attention to it. And as soon as you snap it off, it's gonna draw that reaction. They're you're gonna get a bite.
Makes me think about all those other lakes in the past that I would get snagged and say, the heck with it, and you go up and get it off of there.
Yeah.
We're trying to take the time to pop the line.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we pop the line, last 2 times, bam.
Yeah, you get a bite.
2 casts, almost 6 pounds of fish.
Nice.
That's it.
Go get snagged.
No doubt about it, huh? That was pretty awesome.
There he is.
Nice. What do you got? Right under the boat? Huh?
Yeah, really deep.
Gee.
Feels like a nice bass.
Wow, what a fish, huh?
Woo, pull him, drag.
Another jig? Is it
Yeah.
a big fish? Yeah, look at that. Come on over here, baby. Ugh. Man, these fish have some teeth on them, don't they?
Oh, they do.
Look at that. What a beauty.
Yeah.
We
Nice.
pin right up top, huh, on our jig.
Gorgeous Clear Lake bass. We're so healthy in here.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, you know? That is beautiful fish. Man, that's so neat. Well, I'm gonna put her in here real quick, and then let's discuss a little bit more about this.
Sure.
We've been dissecting this wall, and you really brought some great points. See you, baby. All right, now, Cody, you talked about shade a little earlier, and that was something that was really interesting to me because you take a look at this wall, we have some shade in here, but it's not much, right?
Yeah.
So a little past lunchtime here. Now, everyone knows at home, you know, the bass eye's position up top, he's a
Yep.
predator, you know, anytime you get in shade, sometimes it might maybe be a little bit more comfortable for him. Why shade today in this nasty water where most of the time I wouldn't think it would matter?
You know, even in muddy water, shade is gonna hold more fish. You know,
Okay.
it's gonna be cooler temperatures, and when the water's hot, like it is right now, midsummer, it's gonna be cooler water. You know, the fish's eyes are on top of its head. It's gonna be kind of hiding in that shade. It's
I
gonna
see.
feel safer, and there's gonna be more active fish. So, you know, we're fishing some of these vertical walls, and you can't see it with your naked eye, but you know, the sun's gonna position and still cast a shade on deeper rocks in the water. So if you find those, you find more active fish, and you're gonna catch more fish.
You know, that's interesting, even in stained water, so with the way some of these rocks are facing off,
Yeah.
you're saying that even though it's stained maybe 12 to 18 inch visibility, that it's also creating shadows under the water
Yeah.
instead of just the visual shadow that we see above.
Yep, they're great
Gotcha.
targets. There's gonna be more active bass, and if you can find that stuff, you're gonna catch more fish.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great tip. Shade, even in muddy water, great opportunity to be able to put a lot more fish in the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, Cody.
Oh, right. That looks like a nice one.
Here he comes. He's coming up, coming up. He is fired up, you know, no doubt about it.
Oh, nice fish.
Yeah, thanks. Love when that jig looks like a little gnat in his mouth, you know?
Oh, right.
Look at that.
Look at that chunky bass.
Man, that's a nice one. Hey, you go ahead and get him out. I'll talk to the camera, huh? That's
The thing is down its throat.
You know, the last couple of fish we've caught, all you see is these little crawdad pinchers. They're sticking right out of his mouth there. Let's go ahead and put her back in. Let's
Yeah.
talk about crawdads. See you, baby. Nice. Now, let's talk about this crawdads, right? And that's what we're actually throwing is jig imitators, right?
Yes, we're fishing jigs.
I say jig imitator, crawdad imitator, using a jig, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, this is interesting. Half-ounce football head. I've started missing fish on this earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, why?
Yeah.
You know, what's the deal? So I cut off the weed guard. And what I basically did, you know, here's a standard, you know, green pumpkin hula grub, right?
Yeah.
With Yamamoto. 15-pound line. And one thing that's interesting is we started with a little bit lighter and we'd actually pop them off.
Yeah.
These rocks are gnarly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a gigantic rock. It's disgusting down there, and you're retying literally every 8 to 10 casts. But, which brings us to the point of conversation, crawdads love it.
Yeah. You know what? If you're not in that nasty, snaggy rock, you're not gonna get bit. You know, this rock we're fishing, there's sharp edges, there's crevices,
You bet.
perfect place for a crawdad to hide. And result, the bass are gonna hunt down the crawdads, and it's just a perfect area, and you gotta imitate it with something like a jig.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The crevices is something that's interesting too, because we're seeing little shad and little silver sides,
Yep.
which are some of the natural bait fish they have here.
Yeah.
That's coming up and popping all along this wall. So definitely a lot of life out here. People wanting to come to Clear Lake for the first time and fish a bluff wall or to fish rock, and heaven knows there's a ton of it here.
Yes.
What advice do you have for them?
Keep it very simple. Get yourself a 7-foot jig rod, 15-pound fluorocarbon, a bait like a Yamamoto hula grub. Come out here, throw it up there, and just really try to feel the bait. You know, make contact with the rocks and you know, let it drop down, and the bass will just crush it and let you know they're there.
No doubt about it. This is a fantastic jig lake. And I can't imagine, you know, it's over 100 degrees today. It's nasty. Here you are wearing long sleeve, but it's definitely, you know, cooler. I'm the one getting burned.
Yeah.
And the bass are biting.
Yeah, they're biting. And the water temp's hot. Again, I mean, it's summertime. It's the heat of the day. It's noon. Fish are biting. I mean, it's crazy.
Life's good.
Yeah.
Life's good. Let's do it again. I'm Jarrett Edwards here at the Mercury booth with good buddy Steve Miller. Steve, how we doing?
Doing good, Jarrett. How are you?
Doing great. Now, Steve, we're here talking about the Fury propeller, and can you help tell the folks at home the Fury difference?
Absolutely. You know, Jarrett, the Fury propeller has really become the chosen weapon for most tournament bass anglers these days, and for good reason. It's made with our proprietary stainless called X7 alloy, which allows it to have thinner blades, and thinner blades mean less hydrodynamic drag, and what that means is a top speed increase of most of the time 1 mile to 1.5 miles just by changing a prop.
Nice.
It's got some other great advantages too. It's got a smaller diameter, which means it's going to spool up quicker, which is great for acceleration.
Okay.
It's got a longer barrel that flares out a bit coming back, and that gives you a little more leverage for planing a heavily loaded boat quickly.
No doubt.
And finally, it's available in a wide range of pitches to suit most bass boat applications. It's got a lot of extra cup back here.
Sure.
What that cup's going to do is give you good bow lift, which is great when you really got your tournament boat loaded down like these guys do.
Oh,
it helps you keep that top speed up nice and high where you want it and still carry that load.
Well, that's pretty exciting. Seems like an all-in-one prop. I appreciate that. But for the folks at home saying, well, geez, is the Fury the right prop for me? It's pretty simple. All they have to do is visit your guys' website, mercurymarine.com, and click under the prop selector.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm Jarrett Edwards. This has been your Mercury Minute.
There's one. Oh,
Nice.
nice one. Oh, look at
Where
that.
we at, buddy? Man, that fish just railroaded that
Yeah,
bait,
it
huh?
did.
Oh, wow, look at the size of that fish. Man, it is howling out here. Let me go ahead and put this down here. We got a visitor on the dock.
Man, this thing's got some power. Just running that deep rock.
No doubt about it. You know, and that's what's interesting here. The wind's picking up, right? So on the main lake points is what we're focusing on.
Oh, this is a Clear Lake giant here.
Come on over here. Ah!
What
A lot of fish.
beautiful fish.
Here you go,
Look at
brother.
that fish.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Just pinned it.
One thing that's really important here, Cody, and you want to talk about pattern, and that's pattern all over the lake, happens to be this. Rock,
Yeah,
right?
rock. You know, again, it's midsummer, the water temperature is hot,
You betcha.
and you know, these fish are deep right now. With the water being so hot, they want deep water, you know, and especially something like this where there's deep rock and deep water close by.
What
That's
a
the key
beauty.
to these
Yeah,
big
let's
fish.
put her back in.
Nice, healthy Clear Lake bass. So.
Yep, deep water access, big rock. Awesome. Cody, is this some stuff that we're looking at right here? Is this the good stuff?
Yeah, that's what you're keen on right there.
Look at that. That's some nice shelf drops down, and man, this spot's definitely loaded. Man, look at that. That downscan really brings it up. No second guessing about what's down there. It is what it is. Look at that. Oh, here's a bite. Oh, perfect. I'm seeing these fish on the graph. And then what do you know? Getting bit, you know?
Yep.
That's just being able to utilize your electronics. I mean, I can't tell you how many buddies I have. They use their electronics for depth and temperature. And I'm just looking at this pile of rocks down there with a bunch of...
Oh, look at that guy.
Yeah, look at this pile of rocks down there with a bunch of goodies around it. Look at that, eating her up in there. Man, what a healthy, thick fish. I tell you, with this warm weather, let's just go ahead and put that bad boy back in the water. We're seeing this stuff on the graph. We're throwing down to it and we're catching them.
Yeah.
That's utilizing your electronics. And a lot of people are like sight fishing in July.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fishing off the screen, video game fishing.
It really is, but you know, utilizing your electronics, just learning how to use them. You go to YouTube or Lowrance.com, you can find as many videos as you want. They're very user-friendly units. You get in there, you find them, you catch them.
Yep, simple as that. And you know, all you have to do is spend a little bit of time, look around, and you're gonna have a lot better days, catch a lot more fish.
No doubt about it. Man, that thing just ripped the rod out of my hand. It's awesome.
This segment brought to you by Tackle Warehouse, guaranteed lowest prices.
Clear Lake, Cody Meyer, rock piles, what more could I ask for? I tell you, Cody Meyer is an exceptional angler on the FLW Tour. He's known worldwide as being able to catch some of those hard to find fish on rock piles and suspended bass, and today was literally no exception. We filmed this show in less than 5 hours, I tell you, and the jig bite on the rock piles was literally off the hook. We started the day off by utilizing a 1/2 ounce football head and a 5-inch Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits Hula Grub, color 297, green pumpkin, black fleck. What we did to help utilize our strike catch ratio was add a small piece of never slip bait tape. Now, this product right here is a product you've seen me demonstrate over the last couple years, and for good reason. It simply works. What we have here is a tape that self-fuses, it's waterproof, and as I'm gonna demonstrate how to rig here, will save you both time and money on the water. So take a look. All we're gonna do is peel off one strip never slip bait tape, take the weed guard, push it all the way forward so it's not gonna get in the way of our rigging application. Step 2, we're gonna take the never slip bait tape. Today, I chose the black color. These guys have 10 separate colors to choose from. We're gonna set it up near the collar, as you can see there. I'm gonna wrap this around one time. And then, with some decent force, and continue wrapping it around. Now, when I get to the last 1/4 inch, such as you see here, I'm no longer gonna pull, I'm just simply gonna lay it over with my index finger. Again, self-use, it's waterproof. And now what you'll see, when you go ahead, bend that weed guard back down, and now when you go to pull this off the hook, it doesn't wanna come off. This presentation with the hula grub, the football head, and now the never slip bait tape is gonna allow you to catch several fish per bait, saving you time and money. Moving over to the line, I used 15-pound test today, fluorocarbon. Now, everyone knows I'm a light line guy, but today's bass were buried deep into some of these giant boulders. 15-pound test definitely got the job done. Today, we went ahead and chose the High Seas 100% fluorocarbon. This is a line I've been using for the last 3 years. It's also the same line that Cliff Pace, the reigning Bassmaster World Champion, used to be able to cinch his title. It's a simple line, and yet that it casts very well, low memory, but I tell you, the knot strength and the abrasion resistance was absolute key to be able to haul a lot of those fish out of the rocks. For the rod portion today, we chose a St. Croix 7-foot Legend Extreme medium heavy. Now this rod definitely has a very solid backbone, and as soon as you'd feel that tick or feel that weight of that bass and handling that jig, no doubt about it, this rod had the power to go ahead and deliver for that good hook set that is going to bring those fish right up to the boat. All the products featured on today's show can be found at tacklewarehouse.com. Tackle Warehouse has the guaranteed lowest prices and free shipping on items over $50. Check them out today.
Is that a bite? Oh, I got him.
Nice. What you got there?
Feels like another pretty nice bass.
Man, I'm telling you, this place is unbelievable. Stacked in here. Look at that. That fish just sopped me.
Oh my gosh, they're so thick too.
There's no doubt about it. Jeez.
Look at that nice Clear Lake bass.
No doubt. Look at that.
It's not too happy right now.
Summertime. Bass fishing. I might have to change my way of thinking. Jeez. Where everyone says the morning's the best time to catch them.
Oh,
Just sleep in, go in after lunch, you know?
that's a nice 4-pounder.
No doubt. You know, the water's hot. You got to get these fish back in the water as soon as you
Yes.
can, you know?
Especially 90-degree water temperatures.
No doubt. You brought up something that I thought was pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and put her in and we'll discuss it.
Sure.
See you, baby. Yeah, get that bad boy in there and let her go swim away. Rate of fall. I started throwing a 3/4 ounce football head thinking I'd be able to pop it off and get some unique reaction bites.
Yeah.
Not so.
No.
Hung up all the time. The few times I did throw it and get a couple times I'd pop it over the rock and it would slide down, no action. You, on the other hand, switched it up a little. Tell me about yours.
You know, again, we talked about fishing these big rocks. You know, a lot of these fish are going to suspend on these big rocks as well. You know, they're just going to kind of sit there in the shade and suspend. And what I've been doing, taking a 3/8 ounce weight on my jig, I'm pulling it up over the rock, and as soon as it comes over the rock, it's going to free fall down, and you're going to trigger that bite. You know, again, a lot of these fish are going to suspend. The weight is key. Not only you're not going to snag as much, but you're going to get more bites.
No doubt about it. Interesting. Rate of fall, I was going too fast, hung up, not getting bites. A little bit slower, definitely did the trick.
Sometimes the little keys will catch you a lot more fish.
Jarrett Edwards Outdoors is presented by Built Ford Tough, Gold Hero, Mercury, Lund Boat, St. Croix, Lowrance, Jerry Yamamoto Custom Baits, Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas, River to Sea, Tackle Warehouse, and Never Slip Bait Tape.